I met them at a decent meeting we organized. They were coming from England. There were 3-4 people coming from England. As we understood afterwards, 2 of them were infiltrated cops. And they were participating in our preparation meeting to oppose the NATO summit in April 2009. They were presenting themselves as Marco and Marco Bancho. He presented himself as Marco Bancho. That was also his email address. And the other one, he presented himself as Mark. That was Mark Kennedy. And he said he will show it to his different groups that he's participating. He's participating in a shitload of groups, and it's really important that he's taking part, and it's more efficient that he's taking part because he can distribute it to many more groups, because he is presenting himself as quite important person in a movement. That was a bit the case of Marco Jacobs, in a really kind, sensible way, but still in the plenary with everyone, I felt him quite counterproductive. Which again we were not getting curious about, because there are many people who can be like that. And after all, yes, it comes to sense his behaviors. He was a lot into the blockade, doubting the blockade, and then again engaging on blockade. It was a bit confusing, his way of acting, and to be honest, we didn't really take him serious at that point. Totally also that I understood now the profile of Mark Kennedy and the one of Marco Jacobs. I think Kennedy was more about the action groups. I think he was in Strasbourg meeting to see who is there from the Germans, who is there from the French, who is there from the action groups. And I think the point of that all was to isolate Dissent. I think his effort of his engagement on French territory was to isolate Dissent beforehand, politically, and at the summit itself by filtering them off before the manifestation, before the actions. I think they are pushing people they are radicalizing them up actually with the repression, and I think the history will show that they maybe put some fire into revolution, So I don't want to say I'm happy about repression, but I think if I would be them, I wouldn't do that. I think it's plain stupid, Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it helps me also to keep cool and not to get into immobilization of myself. Because if I do that, I think they won. If we do that, I think they will win,